Stream has started. Just give me 1 second so I can load this up on my phone to make sure it is all good. And today's stream is about to start. Okay. So this is day 3 of all my streams. And hopefully this is all good. So yesterday we unlocked water. Crazy, right? I should probably actually wait a second just to make sure this actually did work. Because, you know, I struggle a lot with getting these streams set up. And I wouldn't put it past me to screw something up. Yes, good. Okay, so yesterday I unlocked these things. So now today I'm going to go for this one. But I'm actually going to switch to golding, because this gives me an area effect, and that's very, very useful. And of course, if you don't remember, if you didn't catch any of the previous streams, that's all good. Because I'll explain everything as we go anyways. So going right into the game. First thing you want to do is you spam the crap out of this button. This button is very, very important. As you saw, a purple meter just filled up as I was spamming. Very, very important. So you want this purple bar to be as high as possible. For as long as possible. And that's that red light up thing, don't worry about that, we'll get to that later. So, the reason why you want this as high as possible is it generates lean. So this is the lean machine, and you use the button to power up the lean machine meter. And the higher that is, the more lean you get over time. But also, you need this to be high because the lean machine can destabilize. And you don't want it destabilizing because then it stops working. So it's only like that if it's low though, so you got to keep it up so it destabilizes slower, so it works for longer, and also keep it up so it generates faster. So overall, you really want to press this button a lot just to keep this really, really high. At all times, you don't want to let that drop. Because the other worst part about destabilizing is that you have to complete a mini game to restabilize it, or pay up bread, which I'll get to shortly. So the bread you get from, so you can throw lean. The lean you have, you throw out at these purple dudes that show up. You need to throw out these purple dudes, otherwise you are in danger. You do really not want to let those guys go too long without being hit. That would be really bad, because then they get close to you and then they attack you, and that's just not what you want. You do not want to be attacked by these guys. They probably won't kill you, but like they'll be a big nuisance. They won't be very good. But also, with this bread you get from hitting these guys, because this bread number increases. So right now you've got 481. Hit one of these guys, it's now 501. So yeah, you get bread by hitting these guys, and you spend bread on upgrades or restabilizing the lean machine. Of course, we don't need to restabilize the lean machine right now because our stability is pretty good. As you can see, it actually says good. It also says it here if you're in high quality settings, but I am playing on low quality settings, so I can't read it there. Also, you can hear it too. So if you know what you're doing, like me, who spent way too much time on this game, you can actually hear when the lean machine destabilizes. So, anyways, the other thing you do with this bread, you can buy upgrades. So I'm gonna go right into lean quality. Invest all into that because that means with lean quality means you get more bread every time you sell your lean. Hit these guys with lean. So yeah, more bread is very, very good because that means that it's just going to be better for later on. Like an investment. Also want to make it clear that these guys that are coming down, even though right now the start of the game is always really relaxed, it's not very hard just yet, but the game does get harder. It gets very, very chaotic later on. Very chaotic. So it starts off chill, but it ramps up. I think that's a very nice pacing of the game. But anyways, so the other, I can't see. So the other things you can buy here, aside from lean quality, which gives you more bread, which is very nice, and fixing and restabilizing the lean machine, which is very nice because that means you don't have to do the mini game, which takes time and makes you vulnerable. The other thing you can do is upgrade the quantity, which means you get even more lean faster, which is really nice. Really nice to get those upgrades. And as you can see, this text just changed. You can't read what it said because I'm on low quality settings. You can change the quality settings up higher, like if you have the game yourself. I'm just got it on low right now just because of recording purposes. But yeah, so it's unstable. You can hear it, you can see it there, you'd be able to see it here too. And so to fix that, we got to go in here and do this craziness. Nice. Sometimes that can be pretty difficult, but today, for that specific one, that was actually really nice and pretty easy to do. So I didn't really show exactly how you do that, so I might just quickly take a detour and show you how that works. Get rid of these guys, good. So yes, you gotta select one of these things on the side, and you gotta try and get it to this end here. So this is the end point over here. And you gotta try and connect one of these sides to this end point. So for example, like that. It's normally easiest to go for the top one, but sometimes it's more convenient to go for one of the lower ones. What else needs to be explained? So you've probably seen, if you were here earlier, just a few minutes ago, whenever I did it, my screen started blurring slightly. Maybe you couldn't tell, but I could tell. And when your screen starts blurring, it does blur quite a lot if you let it sit there for too long. And what that means is you're dehydrating, which means you need to drink lean to hydrate yourself. Oh, hello guys. Quite a few of you. Also, I want to call out that our lean is not doing so great. We are under 100. We want to really try, at least for me, I usually try and aim for always having over 100 lean. Just my personal guideline. It's not exactly a rule or anything. It's just the guideline I go by. So I'm going to upgrade my quantity so I can get more of this faster, and hopefully that will help with the lean generation. Now, another thing you've probably noticed is golding. I've got these here. That is, as I showed off at the start of the stream, you can select a special lean type. And basically it gives you an alternative lean to throw, which has other effects, depending on which one you select. But you have to unlock them first, so you have to do a challenge to unlock these special lean types. And I believe I unlocked this day 2, I believe? No, day 1 actually. Yes, I unlocked the golding day 1. You can actually get this in the demo too. So that's another thing I want to point out. Of course, it's Steam Next Fest, so there is in fact a demo for this game you can download right now. Play right now, and yeah. Okay, so I think my screen is starting to blur. I'm going to let that sit here for just a little bit longer so you can clearly see that it's starting to blur. And, ooh, yes, it is blurring. So, drink some lean. Ooh, don't let that guy attack. Drink some lean and you'll be good. So yes, as you saw, there is a lean monster that can appear above you as well if you drink the lean, which is not ideal. So you have to stop drinking, otherwise he'll attack you for the lean that you have. And you do not want that. You do not want these guys attacking you, as I specified earlier. It usually isn't an instant game over, but it is pretty bad. And it can lead to very quick game overs. Another thing I want to point out is that there is a downside to drinking lean. You increase your addiction. And addiction is basically this game's health bar. You don't want to be too addicted to lean. So drinking too much lean causes you to get addicted, but also the lean monsters, when they attack you, they transfer their addiction to you. You become addicted. Which is no good. That's why they're so mean, because you get addicted if they attack you. And you get addicted if you drink the lean too much. So you can normally drink it fine. Like if you're dehydrated, you'll be fine drinking lean. But if you drink lean while you're already hydrated, while it's you're unnecessarily drinking extra, that's when your addiction will go up way too high, way too quickly. And you get too addicted, and it's basically game over. Well, actually you get too addicted and it's actually game over. And you actually notice when you start getting addicted because the screen effects get all crazy. It's wild. Oh, and as you can see, the lean machine has gone unstable. You can see and hear it. Although if you don't know what you're listening for, you would not be able to hear it, but just take my word for it that there is an audio cue. So I'm going to do this minigame. Now I could... Ooh, looks like a hard one today. This is not nice. Ah, we did it. Good. So we just spray. Now that minigame, I do also want to point out that it might look really complicated, but there is actually instructions. You just can't really read them very clearly because of my low quality settings. Now I also want to point out... what was I going to point out? Oh, I've forgotten. Great. Fantastic memory on my behalf. Oh yes, let's buy some upgrades in quality. Be good for later. Now, this Goldine, I don't know if I remember to specify it earlier, but it does give you an area of effect, so when things start getting crazy, it can be really useful to have. But as of right now, the game hasn't quite gotten crazy enough, so I'm stockpiling this. I'm saving it for when I really need it. Get some more quality, get more bread, because I'm pretty good for quantity right now. I've got over 200, so that's pretty nice. I don't need more than that. But yes, addiction is how you get your game over. You have to drink lean to hydrate yourself, and drinking lean increases your addiction. At least if you drink too much, it increases it quite rapidly. So eventually you will lose, but the game is all about surviving as long as you can. Making sure you survive against the lean monsters, making sure you don't drink too much lean to try and keep that as high as possible. And just in general... Oh, here we go. Nice. Nice. Clearing out those groups with Goldine. Area effect really came in clutch there. Now, as you can see, I am pressing these really, really quickly. It's really going at it. I'm really pressing it a lot. This is because this game is more about speed and consistency. You need to press really, really fast for a long period of time. And that's kind of how this game tests you on your survival here. You gotta, of course, you gotta spam this button and keep it up, otherwise your lean machine will destabilize and it will take time to restabilize it, or bread to destabilize it. Both are pretty bad. It, of course, takes time to drink, which can also leave you vulnerable to that guy as well. Not great. And of course, the lean monsters over there, you have to try and clear them out as they start spawning in and become more chaotic. It becomes very hard to keep track of them all, or get on top of them all. They can easily start swarming you, particularly later on as they get more and more brutal. And yes, this game's all about speed, not precision. So if you miss, you're actually all good. If you miss, then your lean will actually return to you. So you do not need to worry about being too precise. Just make sure you get as many as you can. Make sure you be fast about it, and make sure you be thorough about it. And make sure you check around you. You never know how many will sneak in, because they can actually be in your room as well. Now, as you can see, because of how much lean I'm spending, how many of these guys are coming in, how fast we're being, the lean is now depleting at a rate we don't like. So we should probably go for some quantity upgrades, so we generate lean much faster. But of course you can't really tell, because the lean machine seems to not be at a good stability right now. It doesn't sound very nice. I'm pretty sure that says unstable. Oh, it says critical, that's even worse. We've actually got to fix that, spend the time to fix this. Ooh, this is not ideal, but this is fine. Okay, clear some of those out with Goldine, good area effect. Nice. And we have run out of lean. That's really, 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 really bad. So let's try and keep back on top of this. Try and keep this up. Really try and catch back up on our lean supply. We've got to really invest into the output quantity. And also, the output quantity not only speeds up how much regular lean you get, but also how much special lean. Because as you see, the special lean does slide in and does generate over time just like regular lean does, so it speeds up from the output quantity as well. Ooh, well, it looks like we're getting dehydrated, so let's make sure to drink some lean. Doing great. This is doing great, actually. This is a pretty good run so far. So I also want to point out... Okay, yes, we're recovering. We're recovering our lean. We're slowly getting more over time. Got over 100 now. But you can't hurt to buy a couple more of these upgrades. It can never hurt to get more output. Now, it's also, I want to point out, with that, the lean can not only be given to lean monsters, but it can also just interact with anything around the environment. You can, for example, if you really want to be funny about it, you can actually use the lean to generate the lean. Up to you. I think it's really fun to throw the cuboids at the bottom. I also want to make it clear that you're probably seeing that I'm throwing it down these hallways, these corridors. This is because the lean does bounce off walls, and it can in fact go down there and hit enemies that we can't even see yet. So it is good that if it looks empty, just toss some down there. Maybe you'll catch some you don't even know of yet. But always make sure to keep this button up, because otherwise, you know, it takes time to restabilize. And we'll grab a couple more quantity upgrades too. I'd prefer to have a bit more than what we're sitting at right now. So yeah, because the lean machine dropped a little bit, we've now lost some significant stability and it's now unstable quite quickly. Let's try and fix this the best we can. Nice. Use some goldie, nice. The area of effect really was useful there. Ooh, okay, bring this back up. Nice. So, clear these guys out. Good, doing good. Very good, actually. I'm actually going to go for some quality, because I think we've got quite a bit of lean, and we don't really need to upgrade the quantity right now. Ooh, gotta keep this up. It's really hard to keep track of... Ooh. Now, when it's blacked out, you can keep throwing lean, and of course, because it doesn't matter if you actually miss, you can be pretty careless about it, which is pretty nice. So I am dehydrating, now that is bad. So I'm just gonna quickly rehydrate. Nice. Clear out some of those. Always good to get some goldie in handy. Always good to try and keep this up so we can keep track of everything. And we are definitely generating a good amount of lean. Exactly what we would want in this situation. So again, this is actually a pretty good run so far. Very good run. Doing quite well. Hopefully we get a decent amount of PTSD from this. Let's try and read this back up. Get rid of the lead monsters are now spawning in quite quickly. And let's go for some more quality. We'll probably help buy more quantity upgrades later, because the prices do increase over time. So you want to make sure you're increasing your quality so that you can keep up with the increasing prices. Well, not over time, but as you buy them, I mean. The prices get more expensive as you buy more things. So yeah, keep that up. Looks like we've all chilled out, not a lot of spawns right now, unless some are about to spawn in, because they can be like that. They can spawn in large groups. And it can be very, very scary, particularly when they slow down. It can be quite scary. They can be very, because usually that means that they are getting ready for a big burst of them spawning in. And big bursts can be quite tricky to deal with, especially when you're not prepared for them. Yeah, I'm going to restabilize right now. I don't know when my next opportunity will be. This is not good at all. Oh no. Let's try this. Nice. Okay, clear out some of these guys. I believe one snuck in. No, they did not. Good. Okay. Great. Crank this up. Nice. Let's clear some of those out. Ooh, we're getting dehydrated. Oh, I just accidentally misclicked. That's okay, because it comes back. Again, precision doesn't matter. Erase the lean or two doesn't matter, because it will just come back. So you definitely do not need to worry about precision too much. A bit of a learning curve in this game, but once you figure out how everything works, there's definitely a lot of cool things you can exploit. There are some things even I haven't figured out of exploiting. There have been a couple playtesters that have been really sneaky with how they do things. And I found lots of cool strategies to optimize various parts of the game. I am not my best player. Okay, so clear these guys out. Yeah, let's go for some quality. Been a while since got some upgrades. We're definitely not low on lean right now, so we definitely good to just keep that bread stockpiled. Never know we'll need it. Okay, yes, so it doesn't seem too bad right now. Yes, we're keeping pretty on top of this. Doing great. Let's generate this lean. Make sure this bar is filled up so we don't destabilize too much. So we don't destabilize too much. Nice. Clear all of y'all up. It's cranked up. Keep y'all cleared off. Keep you built up. And yes, the gameplay loop, pretty simply, except a lot of things can screw with it. Not only because of like the dehydration and the destabilization, sure, they are the main things that screw with you, but there's quite a lot of things that the lean monsters can surprise you with as well, particularly across multiple runs, because they do get more complex as you play. They can try out more tricks. They can get pretty sneaky actually. Okay, so it looks like we've dropped to good stability, but that's still not too bad. And we've still got plenty of lean, which is nice. But we're still going to keep this up anyway, even though we have plenty. It's still good to just keep this up. Just, you know, it's better to, it's just better to have that up. It's better to make sure that you keep keep regenerating the lean, and that the lean machine does not destabilize too much. These are very important factors. So let's go for this. Ooh, that's bad. Oh, and as you can see, the run is now nearly over. This is what happens when you get too addicted. So this is what high addiction looks like. Oh yes, things start flashing, text starts appearing. This is the end game. Oh geez, and I keep hitting all of that. So basically what's going on there is as it flashes, if you click the button while it's looking at the lean, because that's a flash of the lean behind you that you drink. If you click during that, then it's really, really bad, because that means you forcibly drink lean. And considering this game's all about clicking really, really fast, that can really catch you off really badly. So yeah, it's pretty brutal at this point in the game, right at the end. And yeah, so we lasted 21 minutes, that's really good. 65 upgrades bought, 1,813 lean sold, that's pretty good. And over 100 potential to stack dough was earned. Now that is really impressive, because if you saw the game start, potential to stack dough is, well, that is what lets you get the upgrades between runs. So that's a lot of upgrade points to allocate. But also we unlocked a glossary entry, which will be really good later on. When we place 2 on the scoreboard, that's always nice too. Yes, 170. Now what got me there was actually a lean monster attack. So I might invest slightly into this. But also I want to invest a bit more into the economy upgrade, just so I can get more upgrades early game. I feel like that would be nice, there's nothing wrong with a bit of economy. The question is, do I invest some in resistance? Probably. Put some in all areas. Oh, and I add that one to atmosphere, just so they attack slower, because economy gives you more bread to start off with, which is useful for early game upgrades. The resistance bonus makes addiction build slower, which is very nice, because that means, you know, that's basically a health bar, so it's good to have that. And lean monster attack slower, as I said, they can get very chaotic, particularly late games, so that's really nice to have as well. That was a really impressive run. We can buy, of course, this game does not start like right away, so we can safely just look around and, you know, read whatever text appears here, because that's random. Buy some upgrades, one of each, pretty nice. Let's go another lean quality too. Of course, got to toggle the info button if you want to see what these do, otherwise, yeah. And of course, if you haven't figured this out yet, you have all this time at the start of the game to figure out exactly how this works, which is pretty nice. And specifically, I will actually explain how this works right now, because this is, or at least can be, quite complicated. So let's go ahead and explain this. I'm going to, yeah, you can click this to replace one of these with this. As I said earlier, you start at, yes, as I said earlier, you start at one of these points, and the goal is to get to this end point here. And you do this by either rotating the pipes or replacing them. So for example, it started off here. So now it says this here, but you can't read because of low quality settings. But it always goes down, then right, then left, then up. So it can't go down, so it goes right, can't go down, so it goes right. This is a dead end. It goes nowhere if it goes down, so it can't go right, so it goes up, and then, of course, it goes right again into this pipe. You've got to think of it like something moving along this. Anyway, this run, I am going to try and get a special lean type. Every stream involves me getting a special lean type, and today I want to get this one. The one with this. With the red thing that's flashing here. Just like how the earlier one, Goldie, the one I've got now, has a flashing yellow thing involved with it. The red lock has a red thing you gotta keep up and make sure it doesn't drop. And you do this by continuously throwing lean. Throwing lean sets us back to the top, and you gotta make sure it doesn't hit the bottom if you want to complete this challenge. Now you have to go a whole run like this, without it hitting the bottom. Which can be quite difficult, actually. But not impossible, especially if you have a few tricks to potentially cheese it. Or not cheese it because it's intentional, but there are ways to make this easier to obtain. I think one of the better strategies is to make sure you throw right before you drink lean, and then you can inch yourself slowly to death, so that you don't have to do this for very long, because of course you have to keep this going an entire run, so it's better to have a short run, so that you can don't have to keep this up for as long, because this is a challenge, and it can be hard to remember to keep this going, so it's good to try and use a strategy to make sure that this does not go down. Now that I look about it, it seems you can throw even when you're drinking. Yes, I actually didn't notice that. That is also a good strategy, because this means that you can guarantee a attack. And yes, we're already high addiction, which is a very, very effective way to make sure the run ends before the thing hits the bottom. And now if we go back in, that was of course the red challenge, which should be the don't stop, that's the hint. And now there should be a red key slightly hidden.
You just got key.
So now we'll do another proper run, now that we're not worrying about a whole challenge, and then we'll be able to use that key next time we return to the title. I actually want to quickly grab these upgrades again. Oh, hello. So just like as demonstrated earlier, these guys are pretty chill early on. There's not a lot of stress when it comes to these guys at the start of the game, but it does get stressful later on. Quite stressful actually. As you saw earlier, they can start spawning very quickly. The early game, no need to worry. You can ignore them for a decent period of time and you should be all good. Pathetically speaking. Now that I think about it, as of right now, I do not believe the ceiling monster slows down from the atmosphere upgrade, but that will be fixed later on. I'm going to fix that at the end of this stream, so that that guy can be affected by the upgrade, because logically you should be. So that's something I'll just fix off stream. There's nothing you'll need to worry about. Tap all these guys. Nice. So we're at day 3 and already unlocked most of the special lean types. We've only got one left, but that one left takes a while to unlock. The last one is quite the challenge and requires a lot of playtime. So much playtime that I don't even know if I'll unlock it during this week. It takes a long time. But it's basically the ultimate goal of the game. To try and, well, I guess it's the final goal of the game. To try and get all the special lean types. Because of course it wouldn't be fun if you could get all the special lean types right at the start, right? Because then you've got the whole rest of the game where there's no other challenges left. So I thought it'd be really cool to have that final one, which is a bit more of a lasting challenge that you have to go for. And of course, at the very, very start of the game, you have to unlock the concept of the challenges to begin with by playing the game enough to know what the base game's like. Just thought it'd be nice to throw those extra challenges in because that means you can mix up the main gameplay a little bit. And I think it's good that there is that slight spacing out. Up here. Oh, I can get this. Nice. Early game, I think it's most important to keep an eye on the lean machine. Yes, this is probably the most important part. Because the lean monsters aren't very aggressive at first. With lean machine, it doesn't get harder over time. It's as hard as it is at the end of run as it is at the start. And it can be quite brutal. Because it does deplete quite quickly if you let it go for too long. We don't want to let it go for too long. We want to keep this up so we can save our bread, so that we can generate more lean, and so that we can, well, just in general, so we don't have to do the repair minigame as much. Because it can take some time. Sure can. Like, I'll be that first run went for 20 minutes, that was pretty nice. 20-minute long run, that's pretty good. I think that would get you an achievement later on. I have not yet implemented achievements, but once they are implemented, I do believe 20 minutes would get you one. Oops, did not mean to do that. But it's okay, because if you throw them, they come right back. As we'll see any second. Yep, there they are. It's really nice that this game does not require you to be too precise. It's all about being fast. Up. Nice. Get rid of you, get rid of all you. Ooh, I am dehydrating. So I'll bap one of you, put you back up, take a drink. Ooh, you were there. Not very nice. But you're easy to deal with, just stop drinking. Nice. Everything is going good. The machine has destabilized, but we are early games, that's not too much of a worry. Everything is chill within the early game. Nice. Get all of you. Very nice, very nice. A chance to put you back up. Now, I do know the one thing that will concern some people is that, when you repair it manually, this drops too far down. It tends to, like, it gets really, really low when you spend the time to repair it. But it actually doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter. Not when you repair it manually. If you repair it manually, then you get one free full build-up. So you can recover from that without it actually losing any stability. As long as it is because you were repairing it manually. It's really nice. It's a good piece of leniency. So let's keep this lean machine going so we get some lean. We've already got plenty of lean. We're doing really good for that. Did we buy put upgrades? Oh, we bought one. Ooh, nice. Yeah, we're progressing pretty well. So yeah, this game does kind of get easier as you play it because of the bonuses. It's the whole point of the bonuses. But it also gets harder because they start doing more tricks to catch you off guard. But it does take a while for some of those things to happen. Very nice. So, I wouldn't say it gets harder, it gets easier over time, but they do things that can catch you off guard, which can make you think that maybe it's doing unique things that make things a little bit trickier. It gets more interesting, I guess, would be the way to put it, as it goes on. So it's not just, it gets easier and, the game gets more trivial as you play it. No, they catch up. You do need those bonuses to be able to keep up with the increasing difficulty of the game. So even though it does look like, it always starts off chill and then it doesn't really matter because, you got all those bonuses, you can keep up pretty well. No, because they do get more trickier between each run is in different ways. Don't know if what I said made any sense, but it's okay because I apparently don't have any viewers, so I can make as little sense as I want to. Very nice. Oh yeah, and reminder, all these little things have collision, it's fun to hit. And of course, you can hit them for free, because if you don't hit a lean monster, then it's all good. It just comes right back. Now I am critical, I think, or at least not great. Oh no, I'm good, never mind. I thought I was lower than that. I'm sometimes bad at gauging things. And yes, as you saw, if you really want to, you can use the lean to build a lean machine to get you lean. If you really want to do that for some reason. It's kind of fun to do every now and then. Gotta admit, it's a little fun. It's a little bit funny. Especially considering that it technically rebounds. There's an off chance that you do actually hit something as well. It can be pretty funny when you hit something unintentionally. Okay, so now I want to... Oh, I thought I was dehydrating for a minute. Didn't seem like it though. Some more upgrades. Oh, we are destabilizing now. So let's fix that. That's no good. That's no good. Oh, this is good though. Nice. Oops. Nice. Nice. Goldine came in clutch. The area effect is nice. I can't wait after this run to show you the other special lean tap, and is the one that I used to use before these streams. The one I used to use in all my testing. Oh, ouch. That was painful. I don't even think I got dehydrated from that. Got attacked by the dude above me. I know I said I can't wait, but I could have waited at least till the end of the run. Okay, that might have been an unnecessary use of Goldine. Now I do seem to be struggling with lean a little bit, and the lean machine. So I might start going into the quantity upgrades. Might be a good time to start doing that. This is just my strategy. I'm sure other people will try and go for this earlier, which might be a smart move. I have no idea what the meta is. I'm the developer, not the expert player. There have definitely been playtesters who are better at this game than I am. Ooh, nice. Okay. Get rid of all you. Nice, 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 nice. Get rid of all you. Very good. Keep you up. So yes, that's the main game. The main game is just, you press the button, and you clear out the enemies. Push the button, clear the enemies. But of course, because you got to buy upgrades, which isn't too bad, you can just ignore the upgrades, I guess, if you really wanted to. What? Oh, hello, sir. Yeah, so they can attack you in big waves. That's something you got to be really careful of. Oops, did not mean to do that, but it's okay because missing just means they'll come back. As you'll see, yep, they come back. So yes, that is the first sighting of a new enemy, I believe. I do believe that is the first time on these streams we have encountered a new opponent. Very threatening. So that guy, you have to, I don't know if you saw very clearly, but I had to throw multiple lean at that guy to get rid of him. He didn't take one, he took multiple. Quite brutal. Oh, and the lean machine is dysfunctional. That's not good. Oh, hello. Oh, no. Okay, just try to rehydrate. Just trying to rehydrate. Now, alternatively, any special lean tap will also work on those guys. You don't technically need to... Oh. Okay, damn. Okay, that took too much time to repair. Especially bad because saying, oh, I've run out of lean. Oh, that's really, really bad. He might attack me here. But maybe not, because I put atmosphere bonus up, which made them attack slower. Just a very good investment. And of course, it went not functional. The lean machine was really, really bad state because I neglected it for too long. You really don't want to do that. There's a lot to keep track of in this game, a lot more than it looks like there is. So let's go into the output quantity and make sure we can recover our lean quite quickly. Even though it looks like we've already recovered. So the lean machine is doing fantastic for us. Yes, when the lean monsters attack in bursts, later on, this is not something they can do at the start of the game, this is something that happens later on when they try and catch you off guard, but later on, there can be a boss in that wave. a boss monster if you will, or a Goldine monster, whatever you want to call them. Maybe even a source monster if you want to be all freaky with the lore. And they would require either multiple lean by a random amount, they can hog quite a bit, or any special lean will clear them out just like anyone else. Now I personally opted for a lot of lean because personally by the time they appear, usually you have quite a lot of lean and you can just cop the 20 or so you need to spend on them. I do believe it's a random number between 5 and 20, but I could be misremembering the exact numbers. Point is, it is random, and it's never so much that's unreasonable. Not unless you're really struggling with the lean anyways. Okay, so we're doing good. We survived it though, so that's all good. And there are definitely other enemies and other things that can happen that can really be bad. Ooh, and we're spending too much time getting rid of the enemies that we need to stop neglecting the lean machine. Okay, drink. Ooh, that's bad. Oh no, I got too addicted to drink too much. Yes, that is always a threat. Okay, try not to click too much so that we can avoid clicking when that happens. And gotta repair the lean machine too, which can be pretty tricky when this is going on. Okay. Oh no, premature, yeah, exited. Yeah, that's a bad thing to do. Okay, try again to repair the lean machine. Oh no. But the addiction is in the way. Oh, and it cancelled it. Yes, that's the other brutal thing about those flashes. They can take you out of any menu that you're in as well. Very brutal. It definitely seems like this is game over. Okay, no, there's no chance. Oh no. Is there one here? No. Get rid of all of you. Oh no, there's no point. It's gonna go bad. Oh, 15 minutes. Didn't last as long as last time. Got 105 potential to stack dough though, that's nice. Now, if I go to the scoreboard real quick, you will actually see that this is ranked by potential to stack dough. That's how this is ranked by. So 105 was just scored in potential to stack dough, and that's what's here. And there's other elements on the game over screen, such as the upgrades you bought, the amount of lean you sold, and time you survived. All that contributes to how much potential to stack dough you get. So for me personally, I am actually going to invest this in resistance. I think that is a good investment. And let's toss the remaining couple in atmosphere, just because why not? Now, at the start of that run, if you were there for it, which I'm assuming you weren't, then I got a red key, which was actually pretty well hidden, which unlocks one of the last special lean types got to unlock, which is Infinitine, which if you saw one of the previous streams, you would know has a rare chance of appearing in your room. And there is a lore chance for that. There is actually a lore reason. Because Infinitine is technically what you're drinking. Anyways, enough with the lore though, because no one cares about that. The interesting part about Infinitine is that it is endless in quick succession. Let me show you what I mean. It's pretty cool. Although it might take a while, you gotta first wait for it to generate, and you gotta actually wait until enough lean monsters appear for it to be useful. But basically, once you throw one of these, then I actually want to increase that. Then every time you hit a lean monster, that meter that you saw before, that you used to unlock it, it's actually used for the Infinitine itself. So, as long as you hit a lean monster, while that timer is up, you don't spend the Infinitine. Which basically means infinite lean as long as the gameplay is chaotic. Which is really, really powerful. It's infinite, right? It's even better than Goldine in that regard, except you have to manually throw it. So while Goldine is good at clearing out large amounts in one single throw, Infinitine is good at getting rid of large amounts in general, in multiple throws. It's even better if using multiple throws. But it does require more attention because it's multiple throws, but I think they're both pretty good, and Infinitine is what I used as my special lean type throughout most of the beta testing. It's actually my lean of choice. I don't know if it's the best one, but it's the one I chose. Except Infinitine, I should note, unlike Green and Goldine, Infinitine is like water in the sense that it is not in the demo. So if you get the demo right now, it's actually restricted, but it will be in the full game. I'm showcasing the full game. It showcases all these features that was yet to come. I think that's pretty cool. Map view. View. Now, I actually don't know when I started streaming, so I'm not sure how close to the end of stream we're at. But I've been having fun playing this today. I think this is a fun game. Especially when you get past the start and figure out how to play it. The learning curve can be a bit steep, and the unlocks can be a bit interesting to go for. But I think the main gameplay is pretty fun. But that's because I'm biased. I'm very, very biased, because I'm the developer. But in my biased opinion, I really enjoy my game. I find it really, really fun. It's how I could develop it. And sure, the start is very, very chill and relaxed. It gets so chaotic. The pacing is so good. I'm very proud of the pacing. I know other people won't like it, because they'll probably prefer if it got to the action way quicker than this. But I like the fact that it builds up over time. I like being able to go in and think, oh yeah, this is just chill, don't need to worry about it. And then it gets really ramps up once you really get into it. Enough time passes, you're into the game, in the zone, and then it gets difficult. I think it's just really well put together in that regard in terms of pacing. But that is just my biased opinion. Let's restabilize this because we need the lean machine to be fixed. Okay, so let's try and go for... Oh, that would have been way useful. There we go. Well, that could have been a good time to showcase the Infinitine. But I didn't remember to do that, so... Oh well. Guess that didn't happen. Yeah, there was a large group, and Infinitine is very, very good at large groups. Now, the reason why I checked behind me there is because I heard a voice line. Now, voice lines can mean a lot of things. It sometimes just plays randomly, you don't need to worry about it. But the other thing you need to be worried about is if you hear a voice line, it does sometimes mean they are behind you. So you've got to really check for that. At least it's very commonly plays when they're behind you. It uncommonly just plays whenever, and also uncommonly just doesn't play when they're behind you. But more likely than not, if you hear a voice line, you got to look around and got to worry about that. So that's why you might see me turn around after a voice line every now and then. It doesn't guarantee anything, but it's just a likelihood kind of thing. And as you can see, my vision is starting to go blurry. So it is time to take a sip. Drink of lean. So that we can rehydrate ourselves. Ooh, but don't do it when that guy's there. Ooh, hi dude. Yeah, definitely. Gotta worry about that. Do not want to keep using that when that guy's there. Now, I will try and fix out things like he just like appeared in front of me then. I will try and fix things like that. I don't entirely know why he just popped in then. Usually he plays an animation. But, you know, it's still in development. I have time to iron these things out. Ooh, get rid of you, clear you guys out. Very nice. You. We're good, we're good. Clear you guys out. Oh, there's a few of you now. This would be a really good time for Infinitine, wouldn't you say? And now you can see that none of this is being used. It didn't use it. Because I used it in quick succession. Now that... Oh, it's bugged. Oh, damn, that sucks. Okay. So, I guess I have to, like, finish fixing that. Because that's not quite how it's supposed to work. See how it's supposed to work? Because yeah, this is in development still. This is why it's part of the full version, not the demo. You can play the demo, but the reason why this isn't in the demo is because it's a bit incomplete. I guess I just forgot to finish that. But how it's supposed to work is this meter appears, and you have unlimited uses of Infinitine while that meter is up. And it only gets spent once it's down, and you have to keep using it within a certain period of time. So it's basically temporary infinity, which is really, really nice. Except it's not temporary if you're really under pressure. Now, because this is bugged, I will actually swap out after this run, and I will have to fix that after this stream, because it's a shame. I don't like showcasing bugs on stream. it makes me uncomfy. Sends a bad message. Oh, it's slowed down. I worry a little bit when it slows down, because sometimes when things slow down, it is because they are preparing to do a one big attack. Because they can kind of like attack all at once later on. There, so that's bad. Okay, yeah, let's clear a few more of these guys out and then we'll restabilize, because the lead machine's not doing great. I can hear it's not doing great, so it's pretty bad. Oh, really, man? Go for this. Nice. Okay. This would be a good time to use Infinity, because I'd have Infinity at this point. However, because it's bogged, I'm going to try not to use it too much. But that would be a usage of it later on. That would be a very good usage if it was functional. Nice, clear you guys out. I wonder how long this will last for. This run might go for a while. It's good to have longer runs. It seems the more you play it, the better you get, the more bonuses you get, and just in general, it causes the runs to start getting longer and longer. But that also means you sell more lean, buy more upgrades, things like that, which means you get dramatically more PTSD, which means you start progressing quite quickly. You start seeing more things that you don't expect. You start getting more glossary entries, which are really nice. So yeah. Put this out. Nice. Very, very good. Yeah, low frame rate right now because OBS is not agreeing with my laptop. It was actually really, really nice frame rate earlier. I'm actually surprised. I was actually pretty impressed with how long it's managed to stay at a good frame rate. The game itself runs perfectly fine, it's just OBS. OBS cooks my GPU, man. But this game runs pretty well, especially when you put it on low quality settings. Not that you could tell, because, you know, I'm too busy getting cooked by OBS. But still, oh yeah, this would be a good time for Infinity. So as long as it's hitting lean monsters, it doesn't get spent. Except in my instance, it's not functional. Okay, I'm just going to repair this just because of convenience sake. That's not convenient at all. Okay, so let's throw more of you guys out. So you behind me? Yes, I thought so. Let's go for these quantity upgrades then. Got to catch up on those. Make sure that once I do start this lean machine up again, that it is nice and fixed. Now I do know that the stability is actually pretty good right now, but it won't be later. Oh jeez. Okay, so this is a bit complicated. Ah, yes, okay. Okay, clear out as many of you as possible. Okay, clear out you guys behind me as well. Now, I would have been attacked there, but because I put so much into my atmosphere bonuses, I survived that encounter without getting attacked once. So those bonuses really do mean a lot. They can really impact the game. They're real game changers. And they can definitely help between runs. Make your next run a lot easier. Until the monsters do something crazy and mess with everything. Because they can do that. Okay, this is definitely an Infinity moment. Clear out all of y'all. Now I'm pretty sure that voice line wasn't anything too bad, because I was clearing so many of them out that I don't think any would have been able to get into the room. That's the thing about them getting in, is they don't just appear in your room, they have to get in. So if you're clearing a lot out, it might be safe to assume that none actually got in during that time, and I'd be correct. Very well guarded. Oh, this might hurt my stability. Yeah, unstable already, because I'm spending too much time here. And that's where the big challenge of the game lies. Let's go for quantity. Clear you guys out. Oh no. Okay, I got a drink. Okay. Try and clear out all you. Also, there is directional audio, so you can technically hear what direction the voice lines are coming from. And if they're coming from the window side, then you can pretty confidently assume that they're just saying it because they're yapping and not because they've gotten in, because otherwise you'd hear them from inside. Oh, it's not functional. That's no good. Oh no. Okay, hang on. So this way. I need to replace this. Oh no. So 12 minutes still isn't too bad. 63 potential to stack dough, also not too bad. Oh, 5th on the leaderboard. Getting a lot of leaderboard scores today. So I think the thing there is definitely to get back into the atmosphere. Need that even higher, because I'm getting attacked by Wii monsters way too much. Now, because Infinitine is bugged, I am going to swap back to Goldine, but I will fix this between streams and showcase this in a more stable manner tomorrow. And this big thing I've been building up, there is this code. So all of these are unlocked by finding keys and doing challenges. So this one so this is of course none. That's just regular lane. But the green you get just by clicking the first key, and then you unlock the other 4 challenges. These 3 challenges will give you a key, but this one you don't use a key. It needs a code. Now you technically could theoretically just guess the code, but I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to tell you how to get the code just yet. Now, do you want to quickly check something? Yeah, I've only been streaming for 1 hour, and this is supposed to be a 2-hour stream. So, we will go back in. Buy some upgrades. Very good. Yes, I do believe this is an earlier stream than the past few streams. I'm not sure if that's exactly paying off. I think I got more viewers last time. Oh, that's weird. Oh no, that's a bad bug. Okay. Let's leave. Okay, so that is a game-breaking issue where I have accidentally given the Infinitine functionality to the wrong lean. That is a very big problem because I think that has made the entire concept of these now unusable because of a bug. I am going to have to cut the stream short because I am going to need to fix that ASAP to continue playing the game. So unfortunately, another short stream. One of these streams will go right, surely. One of them will go right eventually. But unfortunately, it's not this one. I'll see you tomorrow though, for hopefully a more stable Infinitine and in general experience. Even gonna select this to remind myself tomorrow.